What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I wanted to break down the DJ Moore acquisition for the Chicago Bears and what that means for Justin Fields and DJ Moore, and for all intents and purposes, the rest of the Chicago Bears offense. Starting primarily, though, with DJ Moore. Is Justin Fields the upgrade that we've been looking for to finally kind of unleash the promise of what DJ Moore could potentially bring to an NFL offense and to your fantasy teams? Well, right off the bat, let's look at it. DJ Moore, prior QBs, we've seen him play with Cam Newton, after his prime, on the way out, Taylor Heineke, Kyle Allen, Will Grier, Teddy Bridgewater, Sam Darnold, PJ Walker, and Baker Mayfield. And you may be thinking to yourself, well, that is not a good bunch of QBs to work with. But yet, he's managed to put up some pretty good numbers. With that being said, we can kind of look at his production, and now we can kind of compare it to Justin Fields and what he's been able to do over the last 2 years. DJ Moore, 3 out of the last 5 seasons, over 1,000 yards. And you look at that QB production and what that's been able to give him, those are pretty good numbers. With that being said, and looking at the next year going into 2023, I can see an 80 catch range a real possibility. And I can definitely see him cracking the 1,000-yard mark. That right now puts him as the wide receiver, I don't know, in that 18 to 20 range. For me personally, that puts him over guys like Chris Godwin and Michael Pittman Jr. So yeah, I think the floor is a safe wide receiver too, and I think the ceiling is a high wide receiver too. I don't know if he's necessarily going to put up wide receiver one numbers right up front. So DJ Moore, that's there. Let's move over to Justin Fields. And what I like about Justin Fields, you kind of already know, because I might have put it right down there in the video preview before we started, or when I was trying to get to the DJ Moore clip. But let's look at him. I currently have him at the QB6 in my quarterback dynasty rankings behind Mahomes, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, Fields. Most notably, who do I have him in front of? Well, if you're listening to the ongoing saga that is the Chicago Bears, or that is the the Los Angeles Chargers and the Baltimore Ravens situation, if Austin Eckler leaves Los Angeles, what does that mean? You have an aging Keenan Allen, you have a injury prone Mike Williams, and I'll throw that graph up here again. Those questions, they leave bigger questions than they have answers for, right? And I don't know necessarily if Herbert is going to feel comfortable throwing to Joshua Palmer week in and week out like he was last year. And we really saw that dip in production last year from Herbert when he didn't have those guys at their full potential, right? Specifically Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. So again, pulling up the rankings here, the other guy that I currently have him over is Lamar Jackson. Same thing with Lamar Jackson. The last 2 years, he's really proven to be an unhealthy commodity for fantasy. When he's out there, it's great. I talked about it in a previous video, what he was able to do, weird stats, right? What he's able to do when Rashad Bateman's on the field, 28 fantasy points per game. What he's able to do when Rashad Bateman is not on the field, 17 fantasy points per game. And then, of course, you have to think about all of those games when he's just not playing because he's been so injury prone over the last couple of years. I like to think of Justin Fields as a Lamar Jackson, beg I differ 2.0. I think what we really have yet to see from Justin Fields is the arm potential. What can he do through the air? And I do think there is potential there. I mean, we all saw it in college, and I get it. Anybody can do it in college. Even Lamar did it in college. But what needs to happen with the Chicago Bears offense to unlock Justin Fields' full potential and get him into that dynasty slot positional ranking of 6? Well, they need to address their O-line. There's no doubt about it. They were the worst offensive line in football in 2023. I'm pretty sure Justin Fields led the league in sacks. It's not even a stat I need to look up. You kind of just know it at this point. But if they give him more time to pass, TDs are likely to come to that. More air yards are likely to come to that. More completions, more attempts are likely to come from that. And I get what you're saying, or I get what you might be thinking. Well, that's going to take away from his rushing upside. It's not necessarily, though. They are building around Justin Fields, okay? Let's pull up that clip again, though, because I do want to touch base on some of the other wide receivers and running backs there. Montgomery, he's in that 28 to 30 range for me, puts him in a running back 3 status after this trade. And Mooney and Claypool, they're kind of wide receiver 3s and 4s because what I'm hoping Justin Fields can do is really going to only unlock that wide receiver 1 potential for DJ Moore. I don't think he's going to be able to, provide fantasy relevance to 2, yet alone 3 wide receivers. So definitely something to keep an eye on if you own shares of Darnell Mooney and you own shares of Chase Claypool in Dynasty. You know, it's hard to get rid of them. It's hard to kind of keep them, but you just got to do what you do for the time being. It's so early into this offseason. But I want to know your thoughts. So please share with them down in the comments. What is that? QB6 for Justin Fields too high when in terms of dynasty rankings? And then DJ Moore, I have him slotted in that 18 to 20 range. Is that too low? Is that too high? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. As always, I appreciate you guys coming in to listen to these videos. If you like it, feel free to like and subscribe. If you don't like it, come back another time. Maybe you'll find something else that appeals to you. But until then, I'll see you on the next video. And I appreciate you all. Thanks and good luck out there.